Hello friends, we are live, but first I need to get the chat working as like every other time. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, there we go. It's kicking in. Yeah, there we go. All coming in. Alright, so hi Monica, and hello to anyone else. Is this? Okay, there we go. So it's me, Tasso, and today we are playing Necrobarista. So I definitely saw this game around in the Nyan Cave server being talked about, and I picked it up a while back, and now I finally have the chance to play it. So I don't know anything about this game. I've seen the trailer. I kind of saw a trailer just to see if there was like voice acting and stuff, but doesn't seem there is. There doesn't seem to be, so that's gonna be fun. So I know, but other than that, I know absolutely nothing about this game. So anyway, let's just hit right into it. If there isn't voice acting, then you get to hear my terrible attempts at voice acting. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be talked about much. Loading. It's loading. Oh, you can see my mouse, I think. Go away, mouse. Oh. Am I supposed to press something? Oh wait. They thought of the faraway grave on the plain. They thought of the comrade who came not again. They lifted their glasses and sadly they said, "We drink to the name of the mate who is dead. Henry Lawson." Cough. Cough, cough. It's so bloody damn down here. I know we are in a cellar, but I don't suppose you have a window we could open or anything? Yeah, we've got a vent that leads outside somewhere. Maddie, can you open it up? Get some fresh air coming through? I'm pretty sure it's got a dumpster or something sitting on top of it right now. Besides, I'm busy. Just grin and bear it. Can we get this over with? We've done this before, old man. You know it takes a while to set up. Calm your farm. Calm your farm. That's a new. I do not appreciate your tone. More dots. Sorry. Can we get some more lights on, maybe? With all the crap we've got scattered around the place, I'd like to at least know where I'm putting my feet. Ashley, would you mind? Even more dots. Oh. Whoa. Thanks. You're more organized than last time, I see. Practice makes perfect. Hey, Maddie, how much more wire do we need? I think that's enough. It's in Australia, so there's a lot of slang. Oh god, I can't do an Aussie accent. Great. Now, Che? What's up, little P? I found you a chair. Ah, thank you. Sit. So, this whole thing, surely it's not legal, yeah? Maddie wasn't clear on that. Yes, the council found it confronting. For good reason, I suppose. Because it utterly upset the natural order. Because it utterly upsets the natural order, mate. It's not just bureaucracy. Shush, you. Most rules can be bent, after all. And Maddie has a particular fascination with breaking rules, as I'm sure you've realized. Hey, don't give her all the credit! Bah! It is related to her gambling for time? So, the transfer was the same sort of magic we're doing now, yes. Small scale though. Doing on a larger scale requires a bit more preparation. The council successfully suppressed all available information about it though. For good reason. What happens if something goes wrong? Well, you don't tend to mess it up more than once. Or try it again after you fail, for that matter. Stubborn scholars notwithstanding. What do you even call this sort of magic then? Question's irrelevant, because it's banned. Badass? I call it badass. Well, by definition, it's a conduit ritual. But, looking past all the smoke and mirrors and fancy names, you can just call it necromancy. Re-raising the dead. Re-raising the dead, I see. Well, I mean, kind of obvious from, like, Necrobarista. From your hazy memories, a certain word calls out to you. Necromancy. Necromancy? Necromancy. You try desperately to remember what it meant. Oh, death. Oh, okay. This fragment of a memory stays with you. Piece together the past. Remember what transpired. And never forget. You are scattered, practice, fascination, disheveled, blah blah, storm, many words. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Walk, pause, camera, back, continue. Thank you, controllers. Oh, it's a bit of walking. Pause? Ooh, interesting. Return to the game. Let's walk down this rainy alleyway. Terminal house rules. Maddie's rules will welcome both living and dead. Patrons will be served in the order that what? Maddie's rules. 1. We welcome both living and dead. Patrons will be served in the order they arrive. 2. Don't ask who's alive. If someone wants you to know, they'll tell you. 3. The dead have 24 hours. Strictly enforced. 24 hours and 5 minutes is not 24 hours. 4. No, we don't have will. What? We don't have Wi-Fi. Yes, there's no cell reception. Ether and radio signals don't play nice together. 5. Report broken items and other anomalies to the staff. We can't clean up your broken glass or spatial rift if we don't know about it. 6. Don't feed the God, I can't pronounce this word. Don't feed the Adilons. Adilons? Yeah, they can't eat, and offering them food just reminds them of that cruel fact. Okay. Can I still walk? No Wi-Fi 010, right? If I was dead and I was still around, I would want Wi-Fi. Ooh, nice tree. Ooh. Continue? Yes, I guess. Part 1. Oh, there we go. Here's the barista part of Necrobarista. Oh, yeah, just skip all the thing. The terminal. With your 5th track, yeah, it sounds very smooth and relaxing. Carlton, Victoria, Australia, 3053. Wow, that's a lot of years ahead. I wonder if we even survive until then. Excerpts from online reviews. Pretty unremarkable coffee. Barista speaks Chinese but exclusively uses it to mock people to their faces. I am very self-conscious about my top hat now. Observe little girl running around cafe with knife, unsupervised. Came down with deep sense of ennui after visiting. Was rudely told to stop being a big dweebus after complaining about burnt taste in coffee. This coffee sounds the best I've ever had. 5 stars. Disclosure, I have no taste buds. The door closes. Walking. Madoi sighed and began cleaning a glass. She glanced up at the person who had just walked in, but he didn't seem quite ready to. He only has a Chinese dub. Oh, publisher requirement or something. Ooh, okay, interesting. He's like ready to approach the counter. Hey, mate, you right? Ah, you can see me? Yeah, clear as day. You gonna order something? I've been walking around for hours. Nobody was listening to me. I don't know how I ended up here. I think you'll find it was the front door. He chuckled nervously and took a deep breath. Man, hearing this in Chinese dub would be something. It'd be interesting for me to play a Chinese game one day. I think that I probably would have done that with, what was that, Devotion, until, the whole, I mean, it was before I started streaming, but still, like, I would have played Devotion, I think, because that would be very interesting. She chuckled nervously and took a deep breath. Right. Where am I? This, dearly departed, is the terminal. Carlton's finest. Departed? Hi, Bad Neko. They say our coffee's to die for. So, I don't really know how to go about this. Ask me anything, man. It's not like you're the first disheveled and disoriented date to drop in. Is there something I can press here? What does everyone else ask? Well, generally, they start with that one. Ah, shit. And they always say that. Then there's the embarrassed silence. Is there something I can click here? Oh, I can. Maddies normally want to enjoy peace and quiet, but some silences are just awkward. Ah, okay. Yeah, I can't do that with the controller. Alright. I get it. You always this mean to everyone who comes through? Or just the pitiful ones like me? Just the pitiful ones? I guess that's consistent. Always felt like people saw me as a pitiful guy. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, I promise. You're right. I'm a fucking sad sack. I don't even know how I died. but I bet it was pitiful and meaningless. Just like everything else around me. I'm never even gonna have a chance to make things better for myself. I'm stuck like this. Come on. And now I'm sitting in a cafe for dead people, falling apart in front of the barista. Pull yourself together, my dude. He blinked and slowly came back to earth. No breakdowns in the cafe, please. I promise, man. You are okay. I know how it is. Are you? No. But I've had 100 people like you walk through the door. So I'm just averagely messy. No dress code here, but you're still welcome to feel self-conscious about your appearance. Can't even do that right. Kishan. You have 24 hours left on this plane until you have to move on to the next place. And I don't think you want to spend them having one big long extended panic attack. 24 hours? Ah, shit. What I'm saying is, everything's okay. Just take some deep breaths. We'll sort this out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a fuss. It's not like I have anything else to be doing. Don't worry about it. Are you sure? I'm kind of a burden. And also, you're dead. You're not. Chin up, mate. Let me tell you about this place. It's pretty cool. So, I first wandered in here about 4 years ago. I'm so bad at doing consistent voices. And that's how long you've got before you gotta move on. 24 hours. "24 hours to find out who killed you." That'd probably be a good detective movie, right? Some mysteries are left forever unsolved. Race against time? I guess. But what's the point? What's the point if you have to move onwards at the end anyway? It kind of strips it of meaning. I don't even know if you would care once you're in the next place. I don't know. Maybe I'm too much of a nihilist to be anything but a constant buzzkill. Yeah, I guess the pressure sounds like a lot. Honestly, I'm still wrapping my head around all this. Seems a bit outlandish, doesn't it? That's the word. I guess it'd be disappointing if you found out that you just died quietly in your sleep or something, though. Yeah, most people don't die from being murdered. It's mostly sickness, or old age, or lawnmower accidents. Well, they call them accidents, but really, loads of lawnmowers are possessed by evil spirits. That said, wait, hold on. You can just drop that like it's nothing. Possessed lawnmowers? Seriously? Anything with spinning blades tends to attract them. Garden equipment, garbage disposals, blenders. People scoff at the idea of a robot uprising like we haven't spent decades arming our machines with blades. They're a right pain in the arse. Gotta exercise the blender at least once a month. That's wild. I don't know, sometimes I don't know when to like go continue. But I don't want to skip like the animation or something significant. So, I don't know if it's weird to us, but is everyone in here dead? Yeah. You said that this was a cafe for dead people. Does that mean it's everyone? Or are some of these people just really into ghost cafes? Many dots. That might be an oversimplification. Not everyone in here is dead, But this is one of the only stopping points between here and there, so we get a lot of your type. That's also why the rent is so high. Landlords, the original rent seekers. Cause those vampires who own the place know we get a lot of foot traffic. Literal vampires? Going near advanced normally, okay. Literal vampires? No. Just baby boomers with lots of money. Ah. Same thing, I guess. Let's log this and skip something. Yeah, okay. So, to answer your question, there are 9 customers in here right now. Out of those 9, yourself included, I say 4 or 5 of them are just passing through on their way to the next place. How can you tell? Once you work here for a while, you get a sort of sixth sense for this kind of thing. Gotcha. Speaking of sixth senses, I've got one for trouble. You have 2 sixth senses? Ah, it's her. Hello. Ashley. Oh, she's so small. Ashley was a young girl who adopted Maddie and Che a couple years back. Much in the same way that a puppy adopts a squeaky toy. She was ferociously smart and a budding genius, but still a kid nonetheless. Today she smelled strongly of motor oil. Her right arm was coated with it. Maddie knew she'd have to help her clean it off the joint later, and she wore a look on her face that said, "I'm an invincible genius." Ashley has fancied herself a genius ever since the day that Maddie invited her to become a spunky sidekick. She was mostly right about that one, and Maddie hated it. Alright, I know that look. Spit it out. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Cut the crap, kid. What do you need this time? I'm dealing with a customer here. I'm not really needing any attention. I am dealing with a customer. I need someone to hold a joint for me while I screw something in. Don't you have any clams? We got you a bunch for your birthday last month. Aging a year just means you're 1 year closer to death, an odd thing to celebrate. They're all being used for other very important things. They were not. I'm pretty sure I saw one upstairs about 10 minutes ago. I need a helper! Ashley, I'm busy. Please! Hey, I could probably... I could... Ashley, you've gotta let us work. We're not gonna get anything done. You have to keep going upstairs to hold screwdrivers and confiscate steak knives. Trying to improvise a screwdriver is a good way to end up with strip screws. Use the right tools for the job. Ah, Ashley's part was legendary, but over time, Maddie had grown immune to it. Hey, no dice. What about Che? He can help me. Alternatively, 1 more year of not dying, right? He's in the kitchen, emptying the dishwasher. You know, the dishwasher that you were meant to empty an hour ago? Oh. It's really no trouble. Hey! Why don't I take this guy? He doesn't have anything to do. He's dead. Hey, come on. Ashley, I don't have the energy to argue with you. I'm sure he just wants to relax. Dying takes a lot out of you. Also, manners. God, we've talked about this. You've got to be more respectful in front of customers. Please. I'm happy to go upstairs. Really, it's fine. I don't have anything better to do. And I'm super dead. You are. I'm cool with it. That's me, Kishan. Very dead guy. You sure? I can just send her back upstairs. promise. It's fine. I'll just sit around and be a pain otherwise. Perfect. Come, peon. Peon in follow hierarchy. Peons are one level below assistant, one level above minion. We've got work to do. Deep down, Maddie knew that she wasn't giving Ashley enough attention, and that was causing her to act out. She felt guilty as hell about it, but at the same time, she didn't think she'd be able to solve that particular problem anytime soon. For both their sakes, she had to work on keeping the cafe afloat, even if it meant that Ashley would be required to deal with stuff on her own for a little while. And she knew she was being careless. She had only scarred someone so many times before they start to form calluses. Oh, there's double start. Before they start to form calluses. Her internal monologue was doing a very good job of whispering cruel nothings to her in her quiet moments. But even then, she had to truly wonder if there wasn't. You know, I reckon this place needs more plants. Oh! God damn it, Shay! Don't sneak up on me like that, you old bastard! What's on your mind, Maddie? Ah, I was drifting off. Did I look like I was thinking weighty thoughts? Extremely. It's nothing important. Just my resting bitch face. Nah. It's different this time. How so? How so? Right now your expression reminds me of that time you challenged that samurai cosplayer to a fistfight. Cosplay is short for costume play, and bad things can happen when play suddenly becomes serious business. Oh. You mean the one who barged in, waving his gift store katana around and demanding satisfaction after I told him I wouldn't put 15 shots in his coffee? That's a really specific facial expression to refer to. What's it look like? The natural reaction of someone who'd just been threatened with thousandfold Nippon steel. You don't have to reenact it. The memory's precious enough that I can picture it clearly. A sort of deep disgust, mixed with a tinge of pity and a touch of derision. Derision? Disgust. People with a high disgust sensitivity seldom do well in the kitchen environment. Somehow Maddie manages. Ha! It me. What a mood. You alright? Real talk. I'm fine. Is this an I'm actually fine? Or more of a I'm having trouble processing and or expressing my feelings and would like the conversation to move in a different direction fine? The latter. Fario. Offer still open if you'd like to talk things out. In the meantime, sorry, can I grab the tea towel? My hands are wet. Oh! Yeah, here you go. So, do you just feel like doing the dishes by hand? Or I could have sworn I told Ashley to empty the dishwasher earlier. Nah, it's busted. Door latch broke, so we have to get someone to fix it. I don't want to make Ashley wash them by hand anyway. Her arm get rusty, so I did it. No problem. Makes sense. So anyway, we're going to have to organize a repair. Some people remain stubbornly defiant in the face of planned obsolescence. Replacements are for quitters. Unless you want to let Ashley give it a shot. I made the call myself, but our landline stopped working last week. We have a landline? Yes, an ancient technology. You can transmit sound through a physical cable, an elegant tool for a more civilized age. Only works when you pay the phone bill though. I don't know if it'd be cheaper to get it repaired, or to just buy a new one and give Ashley the old one for parts. The costs are pretty close, all things considered. Hey, don't stress. You worry yourself into an early grave. Hey, you spent 50 years digging holes. If you want to see a lot of Earth, you can become a globetrotter, or you can pick up a shovel. Can't talk shit about me about digging myself an early grave, can you, old guy? Ow. Old guy. I'll have you know I'm barely 170-ish. Where's the lie? It was the middle of a gold rush. Everyone and his dog was busy digging holes. Only thing different about me is that I eventually started digging up things more interesting than gold. Psh. Didn't dig up any mobile phones though, did ya? Could have gotten yourself a head start on learning how to work them. Hey. So. I know you're a bit stressed right now, but I think we need to put in an order for more kitchenware soon. I know. It's another thing that costs money. We're beginning to run out of cutlery though. Cutlery. Summary of Offences Act 1988, Section 11C. A person must not, without reasonable excuse, proof of which lies on the person, have in his or her custody a knife in a public place or a school. It keeps disappearing to somewhere, so I don't know how long it can wait before we get some more. Oh. I don't know if we can afford that this month. Just, you know, everything's a bit too pricey right now. Doesn't help that the coffee cartels keep pushing prices up. I don't think the importer to suburbs over is part of a cartel. They seem quite nice. You ever spoken to them? They are obviously criminals with the rates they charge. The worst kinds of criminals are the kind who operates within the bounds of legality. Wholesale, my arse. And yet we keep buying from them. Well, yeah. The beans are good, man. It's just everything else on top of them that's stressing me out. Ah. Yes. I'll happily accept the blame for some of that. It's fine. You don't have to. I know it's all on me. I've just got to figure out how to pay everything off. Everything. And everyone. This game really lets me sigh a lot. The time debt we owe to the Council of Death is the absolute last thing I want to think about right now. I've lost enough sleep over it already. Hey, I'm here to help. I'm worried about you, you know? You've had a lot of responsibility drop on you in a very short period of time. But it's been saddled with great responsibility, still waiting for the great power that's supposed to come with it. And I can't help but feel a little culpable for that. I know. Yeah. I know. And you... I can't thank you enough. Shh. It's alright. Hold yourself together. We'll figure it out, just like we always do. I just don't want to deal with it, you know? I get it. And I don't want to feel like I'm imposing on you, and I don't want to feel like I'm imposing or interfering too much. I know the cafe's yours now. And even though things are a bit much at the moment, I know I keep saying this, Maddie, but I don't know how much time we have to deal with all of this before things start falling apart. Things are already falling apart. Regardless, you're going to have to face reality at some point. Oh my god, I know! I don't need any more reminders from you. Back off, man. The council's always sitting at the back of my mind. I'm doing my best over here. My best is all that I can do, okay? Just because you're my best friend, and my old boss, and my mentor, doesn't mean I need you preaching at me about how I deal with my problems. Because they're my problems now, not yours. Alright. No worries. I'll give you some space. Might go check on Ashley. You seen her recently? She's upstairs. Drag a customer up there talking about clamps or something. I better go rescue them then. Be back in a bit. God damn it, he's right. We do need more plants in here, don't we? So we're gonna strap a bagel steak knife to it and make them fight each other. I love it. This is gonna be great. I wanna build something that gets put on that TV show, Roll Battle Royale, with flamethrowers on it. You're not gonna put one on this little guy, are you? A flamethrower? Probably not. But I want you to record the fight on my phone so we can send it to the producers. Producers have a real thirst for shellac. Yeah, sure thing. Let's get this knife attached. Pass me those zip ties. Zip ties. And the knife. Knife. And my coffee. Are you sure? Who even gave you that? Coffee. Damn it. It's empty. My coffee's empty, Kishan. The world is beginning to vibrate? Maybe it's good that your cup run off empty, yeah? I think my cup needs to run off with more espresso in it. Just... How many shots did you put in there? Too many, Kishan. But did anyone ask Icarus how many shots of espresso he had? Maybe because espresso didn't exist in that time? Yeah, I'm reading a book about Icarus. Imagine being daedalus and watching your son die doing the exact thing you told him not to do. He flew to the sun. I'm cultured. In unrelated news, I have a headache. I think you might want to read a little more about Icarus. There's a twist ending to that one. I'm holding a knife, Kishan. No spoilers. No spoilers. Promise. Oh. Alright, I'll just say hi. Maybe she won't sling a knife at me this time. Who knows? Hey kids! Aha! Intruder! Well, mission failed. Kishan. My buddy. My pal. Did I get him? No, you missed. Damn it. But, wait. You threw it on purpose? Extremely on purpose, yes. I'm fine, by the way. Oh, it's just you. Would it have been worse if it was someone else? Probably. Unless they were an actual spy come to steal my robot designs. You never know who might be watching. Then it would have been good. I think I'm crashing. Oh no. Is she okay? Did I kill her? She'll wake up in about 15 minutes with no ill effects. But you probably shouldn't give her any more coffee. She turns into a real goblin. Not to be confused with the days where she's just a regular gremlin. Oh, she told me that it makes her immeasurably powerful. I mean, she's not wrong. But, you know, great power, great responsibility, yada yada yada. She's 13. Kid's got plenty of energy already. Maybe not the sense of responsibility though. Yeah, I don't even know how I ended up sitting here attaching knives to robots. She's very convincing. Ashley's persuasiveness is a mystery. It clearly can't be logic, eloquence, or charisma that causes people to do her bidding. You don't have to tell me, mate. She basically lives here. Her parents would kill me if they found out she nearly killed me. Pretty good blind throw though. She makes me proud in the weirdest ways. Huh? Did she learn from the best? She did, but the best definitely wasn't me. Maddie's pretty deadly with knives. Loves her flashy tricks. Bad habit, probably. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm being very rude. My name's Che. I used to own this place. Now I just sort of sit around and cause trouble and sometimes have knives thrown at me, I guess. I'm Kishan, and I died today. Welcome to the terminal. Ah, I'm alive. I'm alive. Oof, we got a loud one here. Oh, be nice. You know it's scary waking up. Big lights coming towards me. I think it's reliving its last moments. Looks like it. What is happening? Hello. I do not remember having this many limbs. Join the club. Join the club, pal. We are reborn in a new image. I see. Knockoff photo turrets, yeah they are. I'm Kelper, nice to meet ya. And I am Jacoby. I am undefined. I don't know if that name's stick. Its body is made of a milk carton. Should we just call it milk? No, too basic. Imagine if you called me Goon just because I'm made of a Goon box. I wouldn't like that at all. Ashley was yelling about someone called Lovelace the other day. That's a good one, I think. How does our new friend feel about it? Acceptable? Excellent. Nice to meet you, Lovelace. Oh, that was a weird intermission. From your hazy memory, certain words call out to you. These words may be the key to unlocking the mysteries of what happened in this place. Oh, I guess I need to choose. I assume there's like is this just like a select whatever you want, or like there's a correct set of words to choose? Like, I guess forbidden. Icarus? Maybe? Rent? Responsibility. Kind of whatever. You'll see later you might want to prioritize certain ones. Okay. Let's see. Almost like the poems. Oh, okay. Like the poems in Doki Doki. Alright. But I guess it's sort of like still a singular narrative, right? Or is there like, you know, like multiple routes ish kind of thing? Let's see what else. Careless, I guess, maybe. Screwdrivers, genius, producers. Peon, cosplayer, birthday. Let's see. More connecting novel and original is one story you follow. Okay. Okay, I get it. Thanks, Monica. Let's see what else I'm trying to. Screwdrivers, genius. Thanks. Genius. Spy, host, detective. Convincing? Alright, let's go with this. This 7. As they flutter through your mind, you focus on a few and try to remember what they meant. Cars. Law. Responsibility. Maddie. Convincing. Ashley. Callous. Guess. Genius. Ashley. Red. Melbourne. Forbidden. Magic. Perhaps with time you will be able to cling to more of the fragments that flutter through your mind. I got a lot of Ashleys, surprisingly. What fragments will you choose to carry with you? What is it that you find precious? Oh, okay, let's continue. Oh, okay, I can walk around. Cool, cool. Thinking about alchemy the wrong way. Oh, okay. Should I unlock this? Or should I not? This is continue, right? I assume. No, don't continue yet. I guess I can unlock that since there's like nothing I can do. I need a camera to move faster. Look sensitivity, bit more. I think right now there are side stories you unlock with fragments from the story. Okay. Can I go up the stairs? Caution, cleaning in progress. Okay. Let me just look around. Crucible product reviews. Spirit resistant quartz crucibles with self-sealing lids. Product description. Oh, okay. I can unlock this as well. But I only can unlock either one of those because I only have like enough for either of those. Thinking about alchemy the wrong way. That's the thing I had. Should I do alchemy or should I do the coffee machine? Which one would be more fun, do you think? Alright. Crucible product reviews or thinking about alchemy the wrong way? Using that to unlock everything, so up to you whether to read any now or later. I think we should just read while we go through it, I guess. Alright, let's go with this, cause I mean this is Necrobarista after all. Unlock. Read everything eventually, they're all fun. Alright. Let's read. Spirit resistant quartz crucibles with self-sealing lids. Product description: heat resistant up to 1650 degrees centigrade. Celsius centigrade. Where the hell do you ever get centigrade from? Self-sealing lids form airtight seals around the crucible's ground rim. Highly resistant to corruption and spiritual interference. Clear inner and outer covering allow for easy spotting of cracks or imperfections. Quality suitable for mixing potions and filtrates. Average rating 3.5 stars out of 5. Product reviews 5/5. I love this. The covering, despite being quartz, has a textured appearance that gives it a silky smooth feel to it. Most crucibles feel sterile and cold, but this one makes for a perfect beverage container when entertaining guests. 4 out of 5. The previous crucible set I used was inherited from my grandmother, who brought them over from New England. Go through the effort to actually read everything and it's just text. Ooh, I don't know. I personally like reading like extra lore and stuff. You know, it reminds me a bit of Pyre. Pyre has that kind of thing as well. Although you don't really have to unlock. It's just kind of there, but you know, you have to seek it out for yourself. I kind of like it. Unfortunately, 2 months at sea were not kind to her spiritware, and her crucibles were filled with tiny cracks and micro fractures that allowed unsightly looking unsightly looking soot to build up, leaving them stained with hard grey lines everywhere, looking like they were about to crack apart at any moment. She used them for several decades to come, but every time I worked with her and watched them heat up, I was afraid they were constantly on the verge of shattering. Once she used to contain a lost wayward spirit for several days before finding a home for it, and I would get up at night to check the embers under the crucible, and it always unsettled me seeing how fragile the container was. Several times I found myself tempted to tip the crucible over just to see how easily it would shatter under my soft touch. Needless to say, this new set is much nicer. They are sterile, and I can keep several of them in my bedroom without feeling unsettled by their presence. 2 of the crucibles in my set arrived with small chips in them, but I contacted the manufacturer and they replaced them with no charge. The replacements were express shipped and the process was quick and painless, so great customer service, and they offer replacements up to 1 year. For the price, they can't be beat. 4/5. Owned mine for 2 weeks and it didn't crack. Decent for the price. 5/5. Received mine in the mail this morning and can't wait to try it out. So glad to have finally found someone selling crucibles at a reasonable price. A brand name one costs over $200, which is just outrageous. 1/5. Bought this several weeks ago since it was the cheapest crucible on the site, advertised as spirit resistant. I'm working on the field trip for my graduate thesis and I purchased 100 of these for lab use. My plan was to monitor 100 different animal spirits over with different types of plant matter and compare how different biomaterials affected their vigor over a 90-day period. The first day I set the first 5 with samples of mugwort, feverfew, ginger, ginseng and golden seal. I placed them in the crucible over low heat, 80 degrees Celsius, and left them overnight, and over the next 2 days did the same with all the remaining crucibles, finishing on a Friday and leaving the lab alone for the weekend. When I arrived back on Monday, I knew something was wrong when I noticed a rain cloud hovering over the door. It's not uncommon for rain clouds to appear at any time of year and any time of day in our part of the country, but it's quite another to find a rain cloud localized entirely within the hallway of your research lab. Oh my god, is that a Steam Hands reference? That's totally a Steam Hands reference. Why just Monica in the chat? Because just Monica highs. I braced for the worst, but I guess I should have braced harder. Nothing could have prepared me for the smell when I opened the door. I immediately felt my eyes watering and actually found myself choking. It smelled so bad. I slammed the door shut and went to the basement to grab one of the emergency respirators we keep down there. Unfortunately, the respirator did little to mask the terrible stench inside of the lab. I opened the first crucible and saw that it was filled with a tar-like substance, and as I studied its inky black writing, I can't pronounce words, writing form, I felt the air suck out of me, almost like it was trying to drag me into the abyss with it. I threw it onto the floor and the container shattered, splattering the floor with the tar-like substance, which began slowly crawling across the room. I grabbed a fire extinguisher from the wall and sprayed the tar until it was completely covered and heard what sounded like a spluttering noise, followed by a long gap and a scream that faded into oblivion. After poking at the fire extinguisher spray, whatever was underneath was clearly quenched. I took the remaining crucibles and placed them in the oven and baked them at a temperature of 16,000 degrees. 1600 degrees, 16,000 degrees, oh my god, that's so different. For several hours as I sat alone in the lab, contemplating the cruelty of existence and wondering what my academic advisor would have to say about my thesis project. After several hours of waiting, I opened the oven and checked the contents of the crucibles, revealing nothing but ash. Whatever it was that had been drawn by the spiritual ambitions of my lab work, it was gone from my world, but the memory of that day will haunt me for all the remaining days of my life. 1.5. Do not buy this crucible for spirit related applications. My wife is one of the product designers who work on this item. The crucibles in this listing come from a manufacturer called Mars Security LLC. God. Back in 2013, they were some of the best hardware you could get for your money and earned a reputation among hobbyists as a great value for anyone working on a budget. In 2016, they did a survey and found that fewer than 3% of the buyers were actually using the crucibles for spirit-related applications, and decided they could cut costs by removing the spirit-resistant properties. However, they found that the product advertised with updated ad copy to reflect this didn't sell as well, so they continued using the old product description, which advertises it as spirit resistant. With the new product line, which is not spirit resistant, I don't know how they are getting away with this. Apparently, the definitions of what is actually spirit resistant are legally murky, and the number of people affected is small enough that they continue to sell well. Stay far away from this one, and warn anyone you know of who might buy an item like this that it does not work as advertised. 5.5. Nice color. Some of the one with the long story with the steam hams reference got me. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Alright. Can we still read this, or is that a no-go? Yeah. Some memories seem to evade you. We have to come back later to this one. Yeah, okay. I guess we can continue now. Yes, let's continue. Just Monica is in the chat because Just Monica is everywhere. Hi, Just Monica. Also, hello, highs, if I haven't said that already. Yeah, they're fun story. Yeah, they're definitely fun. I like it. I enjoy a good steam hams reference. Man, I love to see that. I could use a pick-me-up. I can't promise it'll be there. It's kind of inconsistent. Still though, a hallway that's only there sometimes? How do you get to the kitchen otherwise? There's another slightly longer one that we use instead. Scared of Natsuki arc. Well, you get there, Heis. You get there. It's much less exciting, but on the upside, it's consistently there. I love telling new people about it though. The reaction's always hilarious. I definitely didn't expect to be getting enthusiastic over a weird quantum hallway. When people start getting nervous about magic, they usually start trying to explain it using science stuff to reassure themselves. Hi, hope you're doing well. I hope your net gets fixed eventually, or enthusiastic at all actually. Because as soon as I stopped to think about it, I realized I'm extremely messed up. I'm actually extremely messed up about this. Reading the magic book. I understand. Your life has gotten very weird very fast, conceptually speaking. Or your unlife? I should be better at talking about this by now, shouldn't I? Geez, that's not a fun one to think about, huh? Just keep talking about the hallway so I can keep my mind off this. To be honest, I'm not sure I could even properly explain a lot of what goes on in here. You're on your phone? The building's mildly sentient. Too much magic in the soil for it to not be, really. Words. I can't words. So the cafe's alive? Not necessarily. Plenty of things have come to life here, but as far as we can tell, the building itself doesn't really fall into that category. Also, it mostly tends to shift itself in ways that are helpful instead of frustrating, so... a quantum hallways. I'm making myself a cuppa. Cuppa, Australian vernacular for cup of tea, an important cultural institution, especially when drunk in the afternoon. You want something? Nah, I'm good for now. Also... what's the barista's name? I didn't actually catch it and I feel like a jerk. Maddie? She's the owner now. Not just the barista. She still makes coffee, of course. But since she's the owner now, she has a lot more to juggle. Why are you asking? Got your eye on her, eh? No, I have a boyfriend. The pause. Had? Oh geez, this is a lot. I can't imagine how he's feeling. Try not to think about it. Okay. Yep. Okay. You want that drink now? I think I want something a little more potent than coffee right now. Sorry. Don't enable him, Kishan. Shush. I can get you something stronger, mate. Would you like bourbon? Or is that too weak? Bourbon. A neat bourbon will always be the perfect mix of classy yet unpretentious. I thought this was a cafe? Well, it is. Mostly. We do serve alcohol though. And stronger things on request. Stronger? Like what? I can't pronounce that word. I'm gonna like say in Chinese like 过头. 过头? I'm gonna say in Chinese 过头. Abstantine? Pure ethanol? You think a place like this would have anything stronger than that? Stronger than pure ethanol? Sure. Remind me later and I might pull some out of my special reserve. Don't enable him, Kishan. Hey, someone's gotta drink it. I know you're not gonna touch the stuff aside from setting it on fire. I have perfectly good reasons for wanting to set a puddle of distilled soul on fire. We'll have to disagree on that one. So, Kishan, what'll it be? Actually, I changed my mind on the coffee. Can I order something complex? Gotta treat myself on my last day on Earth. I'm after a sugar rush. If we have the ingredients, it shouldn't be an issue. Maddie can whip it up for you. Cool. In that case, can I have a large quadruple shot, double vanilla caramel, no foam, super hot, reverse, coconut milk macchiato. Oh my god. With 2 sugars and whipped cream on top? Maddie? Yes, dearest? Can you... I don't quite know how... Is this real? Huh. Oh, is it too much? I was gonna ask for a splash of bourbon in it, but that seemed a little extra. I don't know, the whole thing feels a little extra in general. Well, yes, it is too much. It is a bad order, and I hate it. How bad? Worst one you've ever seen? No, I just hate it. Dang. Every single word of that increased my urge to set the espresso machine on fire so I wouldn't have to think about making coffee ever again. Maybe it's all the classic things of being a pyromaniac, but she's definitely not a pyromaniac. Except the bourbon bit. I put that in my coffee too. So, with all that in mind, I have a counter offer. Yeah? I'll make you another double shot long black, and I'll put bourbon in it. But I won't call you a hipster this time. If you decline my offer, I will strip your soul from your body and use it to scrub the counters of... If you decline my offer, I will strip your soul from your body and use it to scrub the counters at closing time. They will smell delicious afterwards, if there's any consolation. Yikes. That does sound like a competitive counter offer. Not this whole thing. I'll take the coffee. My generosity knows no bounds. Normie. So, in conclusion, that order sucked because it's inordinarily complex to make, has a heart attack worth of sugar in it, and it's something that only impatient jerks ask for. Is it possible to die twice? Yep. You can die twice if you're brought back from the dead, or if you manage to really annoy someone between here and the next place, which is more likely because resurrection is illegal. Resurrection is reserved for emergencies, and the council has very particular definitions about what constitutes as an emergency. Many centuries passed without a single qualified emergency. But if you're asking, sounds like Starbucks. It does sound like Starbucks. But if you're asking whether you can get a heart attack or whatever, the answer is no. Life and death have a slightly different meaning here. Can't die from natural causes. It's a bit complex and weird, and we're still in the process of figuring out how it all works. I'm over 200 years old and I still haven't made any proper sense of it yet. Just got some vague ideas. Right. So what's keeping me from just staying here? Like, I'm already dead. Why do I have to go to the next place? You've got a certain number of hours you're allowed to remain on the edge of the mortal realm. Hours are fungible. Fungible? They can be bought, sold, and exchanged, generally speaking. But the Council of Death always collects on debts owed to them, and you'll start running out of debt if you stay here too long. Your soul starts to get itchy too. Is there any feeling less present than itch you can't scratch? Probably, but it's still up there. It's very true. It's not something you want to experience. We've had a few stay past their allotted time, and they've gotten very uncomfortable very fast. It starts with general irritability, and then worse things begin to happen. It's a weird thing to wrap your head around. How long do I have before I need to make myself scarce? You've got 24 hours. Any longer, and we'll start to pick up the tab since you're on our premises. The terminal is a place where borrowed time has a very literal meaning. And as charming as you are, we've already racked up too much time debt from letting people stick around past their expiry date. And cash-wise, we're extremely poor. We've been a bit too lenient in the past, letting people stay just a little longer instead of gently shooing them into the next plane of existence, etc. You know the drill. But hey, since hours are fungible, you can always acquire them some other way. Nap too long, I get the room here. There's something happening tonight actually that you might be interested in. Seriously? You're still doing that? Shush. You know the council doesn't look on this stuff favorably. Ned said so himself. It draws customers and helps us shave down the debt. I'll take whatever I can get. And hey, fuck Ned. We have a 13-year-old right here, you know. She's heard enough cross language for a lifetime. I'm not too worried about her. She's right though. What? Every time Ned comes around, he makes you guys really stressed out. At least at the age where she's learned to recognize when other people are stressed, but not experienced enough to fully understand what it feels like. Maybe not you so much, but Maddie gets nervous and it brings down the mood, man. So, fuck that. I think you have too much coffee today, young lady. I am crashing so hard right now you have no idea. It was like I was crashing earlier, but there was just a pre-crash and now I'm having a double crash or something. All I ask is that you try and keep the swearing to a minimum when the customers are around. Okay. Does Kishan count? It's fine. A couple of my housemates are tradies, so you learn to ignore it pretty quick. A great way to save money on rent and never get lonely if you're not attached to the idea of personal space. Tradies? Were tradies? They're still tradies unless they changed career in the last couple of days. But they're not my roommates anymore. Because... Hey mates, have I mentioned about how much being dead sucks? Because it sucks and I feel extremely bad about it. Having a very bad time right now in general, to be honest. Yep. Even just adapting your language is the pain, isn't it? Want a proper drink now? Without coffee in it? Yeah, that'd be good. The TV didn't say anything about there being a storm tonight. Storm! You never know when a Melbourne storm is going to catch you off guard and steal your rugby ball. Huh. It looks like a decent sized one's rolling in. Melbourne weather strikes again. I'll go upstairs and close the windows. Cheers! Come on, Ashley. Let's clean up your workbench while we are there, yeah? Do you need a bribe? Yes. I have some chocolate hidden away. Acceptable. Wait. Dead people can still get drunk, yeah? Why else do you think we serve alcohol? To make money? Well, yeah. Hang on. Do I even have my wallet? Doubt it. I don't, yeah. How does that work? Why do I have my clothes but not the contents of my pockets? A good place for things that don't have a place. Chewing gum, spare change, nervous hands. How does 35 cents sound as a bribe? Oh, maybe a bit more than that, Captain Romeo. I don't know, dude. Everyone's experience is different. Death doesn't follow many rules. Only universal rule I can think of is that you can't stay. People don't generally come in without their clothes. Fortunately, I won't say unfortunately. There's not unfortunately. There's fortunately. So, about this drink. I guess you're gonna give me straight vodka or something? Why's that? You don't like making complex drinks. Haha, dude, no. I don't like making ridiculous I don't like making ridiculous caffeine-laced milkshakes for overcompensating soccer dads. I'm happy to mix a cocktail within reason. Oh, okay. What you've got then? Chase got everything you can think of. And then some. I could go for a mint julep. Hey, what's that outside? Oh. Outside? Some guy out in the rain? Ah, shit. Maddie? Maddie, what's up? Let's get started on that drink. Alright, who's this? Morning. Hi? Hello, recently departed. Hey, that hat you're wearing kinda makes you look like... Ned Kelly? I could have sworn you were standing outside literally a second ago. So how did it die? Good morning to you too, Ned. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Madeline. Piss off, Ned. That's not even my full name. Oh god. Low voice. Isn't it, Maddie? Chase said it was, and he never lies. He never said that. Well, no. But it was worth a try. A try at what? Catching me off balance? Some shit along those lines? Mate, I'm so off balance right now that a light breeze would knock me head over arse. Don't push me. Hey, this mint julep is great. Just wanted to contribute that to the conversation. So, you catch the game last night? Game! The Australian Football League provides everyone with a chance to root for their favourite local team, except Tasmanians. Yes. I know that Carlton beat Collingwood again. I don't care. Oof. Just making polite conversation. You should try it sometime. Maybe. Somewhere so dark it's hard to see though. Yeah. Maybe not for you though. You've never come in during daylight hours before. What do you want? Nothing much. I'd like to talk to Che at some point, but you can wait seeing as he's missing. Planning on sending out a search party? Might do. Except in some shots. It's a shame to lose an old friend by letting him wander onto some train tracks or something. Yeah, well... Shut up. Shut up. He's upstairs, last I saw. What was the last you saw, Maddie? Tell me. Why are you like this? What was it? Last saw him walking upstairs. So it could be anywhere, then. Probably fled the country to dodge the massive time debt you lot are racking up. Some obligations have a way of following you no matter where you run to. He can't go far. I've got you on a pretty tight leash. And in regards to the debt, it's not your problem. You must not have heard. Not your problem. Shay! Your dickhead friend Nat is here! Oi. I'm a distinguished gent, not a dickhead. Are we down in a sec? Yeah, sure, but you also work for the Council of Death, so even if you are a distinguished gent, it cancels out. Is the Council of Death like a normal city council, except for wherever dead people live? Yeah, but the only trash that needs to be collected is right in front of me. This guy? Me? No. You. You're the trash, Nat. The trash is you. It's you, Nat, the trash man from hell. Because councils pick up trash. That's the joke. Oh, cool. He's even got a head shaped like a rubbish bin. It's totally fitting. Huh. I'm not from hell. I don't care. And to be clear, Nat, in case we weren't already, you are the trash. Yeah, I get it. You know how long Che's going to be? Dunno. He was busy upstairs with Ashley. Yeah, I had to hide like 5 steak knives from her. I didn't even know we had 5 steak knives. Bit quiet there, mate. How long you've been sitting there? Does it matter? Well, your employee's being very rude to me. So, if you heard any of that, I keep trying to tell him. My employee... Yes. We have some catching up to do. I don't follow. Did she quit? Betty's not one to back away from a challenge, but if she did, she wouldn't be the first. Did you fire her for gross incompetence? Far from it. There's been a bit of a shake-up in the cafe's management structure since you last visited. Oh no. Don't tell me you gave for the whole thing. Okay, I won't tell you. I tried to tell you before, man. Hey, does anyone else like mint juleps? This is so awkward, like you're the day. Australian outlaw and something of a folk hero. Yo, whoa. So homemade armor. I don't remember too much about him though. Okay. Because this is great and I'm nearly done, but also my tongue is numb and I'm wondering what the deal is with that. Was there something you want to discuss? I need a drink before we go through all that. Sure. The usual? Yes, please. How come he gets his curly straw? So, Che, spin me a tale of how and why you handed down the cafe to this person. Well, every man's got his price. Can my price be a curly straw too? Buddy, I'll give you 2 if you stop complaining about numb lips. Yeah, what do you make this with? I couldn't find half the ingredients, so I put in a bunch of guato and chili seeds. It got some of the stuff though, so it's a mint julep in spirit, if nothing else. Does this have any mint or julep in it? At all? It definitely may be lacking mint, and I cannot confirm nor deny the existence of the mythical julep. To some people this place seems otherworldly, for others this is just the world they live in. You asked for a guato earlier though, so there you go. Mission complete. Maddie, I'm getting very drunk very fast. A guato does that to ya. Here, I think you should have a little lie down. I'll get you some water. I'm strong as an ox. I don't need a lie down. Kishan, my dude, you absolutely need to get horizontal as soon as possible. You can sobble up one of the booths at the back. It's nice and quiet over there. Huh? I'll fight you. No, you won't. Up you get, mate. Bloody hell. It would have been helpful if you told me about this before. Probably. I'm not worried about it. Maddie knew what she was getting into with this whole cafe situation, and it's natural that it might take a while for her to get the hang of running a business. Bloody hell. Bit of a dog's diner though, isn't it? Dog's dinner. Sometimes you have a kitchen mishap that results in a food only fit for a dog's dinner. Some dogs resent the implication that they're deserving of lesser food, but most of them eagerly lap it up. Oh, for sure. But it'll get better. Like I said, don't worry about it. Well, you might want to hold your judgment on that for the moment. I am, unfortunately, here on official business. Oh, I shouldn't have given you the straw then. No, you shouldn't have. I look quite silly. Want me to get rid of it? It's just Maddie. She won't use it to derail our conversation or make me look like a fool or anything like that. Straw? No, I'll get you one after you have a nap. You can sip the water like a normal person. I'll put it with the dirty dishes then. The sacrifices I make for this job. Hey, you made me through it, so it can't have been all bad. That was bloody 100 years ago. Man, really? Longer. Time flies when you're immortal, huh? Quasi-immortal. This old rust bucket still got an expiry date somewhere down the line. Time comes for us all. What is about immortality? Hey, you should buy more plants. Shut up! Sorry, continue. Immortality? Nothing that I trust you with, that's for sure. Aww, you don't want to see crotchety old me being rude to youngsters in 100 years? Truly, I do not. The future doesn't need for amateur necromancers. Amateur can describe someone who's not good enough to turn pro, but it could also mean someone who passionately engages in something just for the pure love of it. You're lost. So, you two heading upstairs? Actually, Ned does in fact have something fairly important to discuss with you. Oh? It's about the debt you'll To the council. Yeah, I know. What about it? Why is he not wearing jeans? Maddie, it's time. You owe us over 600 hours. Chase signed the contract. The hours, or the cafe. You own the cafe, so you own the debt. And tonight, I've come to collect.
I gave it all away, and now has come the day. There's nothing left to give. I waited here so long, I listened for your song, and fell right through what you said. There's nothing left to give. Nothing left to give. There's nothing left to give.
That was definitely very OP. Very anime OP. That was kind of intense. Do they do that often? The song and dance thing? Yeah, what do they think they are? Some sort of anime street gang? What sort of self-obsessed jerk has their own theme song? Don't be a downer, pal. No, I was talking about the dramatic encounter. Oh, between Maddie and Ned? Yes. Goodbye to school now. Yeah. Busy with school. Yeah, they've got chemistry. No, not the romantic kind, the explosive kind. Can't leave them in the same room together or they'll kill each other. Bad history? Maddie's just a seriously troublesome person from Ned's perspective. Doesn't help that she can't stop herself from pulling pranks on him. No, I suppose not. I mean, he doesn't make it easy either. I don't think he's used to having his authority questioned. She really gets under his skin. Wasn't he a famous criminal? And therein lies the irony of the situation. What a strange world we live in. So I guess that kind of happens every time we finish a chapter. Alright. Time to choose. Mythical. Resurrection. Quantum. Storm. Urge, stress, pocket game, quit. Kappa. Tab. Aspire, quit amateur. Is that what you want, Captain Romeo? Dog's die. Dog's dinner was also mentioned. Yeah, they were all this was all mentioned in the thing. I think most of it anyway. Yeah, expiry. Melbourne. Copper. Food. Expiry. Death. No, you can just kind of select. Like Monica explains a bit like Doki Doki, like poem thingy. Resurrection. Lore. Tab. The terminal. Quantum. Magic. Mythical. Magic. Oh, we are upstairs now. See, there's anything up here that we can see? Oh, I hear Maddie's inbox. Okay. There's the inbox, which we can look at. Advisory role. There's also that. What is this? Delicate operation. There's also that. Billets. Billets eye. Okay, the fisherman too. Well, there's a lot of things to unlock this time. Keep the balance. Oh, this one doesn't need anything. Let's look at this first. You're overdue this week, said Nat. He tapped the list of rules that Medicat posted by the door. This 24-hour rule. Are you sure you've been enforcing it? I think how we run things around here is none of your business, said Maddie. Actually, it is absolutely my business, said Nat. In fact, keeping the rules is basically my only business. That's kind of what the word enforcer means. I'm supposed to scold you for breaking the rules. So audit me. Fine, said Nat. Let me check your ledger. We don't keep a ledger, said Maddie. Maybe you should, said Nat. Lots of places do. It's a great system. You have someone stand at the door, and you have them mark down whenever someone comes in or leaves. Then you forcibly evict people who are overstaying their welcome. I'm amazed you don't have a system like that in this place. Some people overstay their welcome, other people understay it, said Che. There's no need to strictly keep track of how long people stay, right? Just maintain the balance. You're right, said Nat. All that matters is maintaining the balance. So maintain the balance, because when you don't, then we have a problem. We're a bit short-staffed to have someone acting as a full-time doorman, said Maddie. Figure it out, said Nat. He tapped the board listing the rules. Change 24 hours to 23 hours. When you say 24 hours, people think you just colloquially mean one day and don't pay attention to the specific time. When you say 23 hours, people actually have to keep track of what time it is. That will be fine, said Che, except for the part where you're cutting off people's time of stay. Trust me, said Nat. Anyone who will go right up to the limit is probably going to go over it. 23 hours is going to mean 23 hours plus an extra 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half hour plus however long it takes to finish their drink. And if they live in less than 24 hours, who gives a shit? I give a shit, said Che. You're right, you should give a shit, said Nat. In fact, you should celebrate whenever you manage to scooch someone out of here in under 24 hours, because the balance is upset and you've got to correct it. You can either correct the balance 1 hour at a time, or the council can come in here and repossess some souls. Or we can find someone who knows how to manage this property responsibly. He turned to Che. Come on, buddy. I don't want to have to take this place away from you. There will be quite the escalation, said Maddie. Well, you're already on the first level of escalation, which is a stern talking to, said Nat. Let's try not to escalate it any further. Che sighed. Maddie cut him off. We'll change the rule to 23 hours, okay? Buzz off. Wow, really? Said Nat. Well, okay then. And while you're rewriting the signs, you should also take the green tea frappuccino off the menu. Frap should be for coffee, not tea. Done, said Maddie. Wait, really? Said Nat. Damn, I didn't realize you were so open to feedback. Also, that caramel. We will take it under advisement, said Maddie, placing a hand on Nat's chest and physically pushing him towards the door. Hold up, said Nat. What are you doing? Removing an unwanted guest, said Maddie. I need the practice if we are going to start enforcing those rules you care so much about. Now said Nat as he continued backpedaling to stay upright. Look, could you just... Bye, said Maddie as Nat crossed the threshold out of the cafe and Maddie shut the door in his face. She turned around, leaning her back against the door, and sighed. Che raised an eyebrow. You're serious about the rule change? Yeah, said Maddie. I'll change the sign in the menu after we close tonight. Wait, really? The rule change is just to keep him off our back, said Maddie. And the menu thing? I've been meaning to take that off anyway, said Maddie. It's the kind of menu that attracts the worst sort of people. Well, okay, said Che. Though I do think we should change the rule back to 24 hours after things have enough time to balance out. Of course, said Maddie. Wouldn't want to upset the balance too far in the opposite direction. What would we do without the extra time anyway? Oh, Ashley's journal. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things to unlock this time. There's one that I already unlocked. The fisherman. There we go. There's the first fisherman thingy. Right, let's... Ooh, judgment. Come back later. Alright. Let's look at Maddie's inbox, because I'm kind of interested in that the most, I think. Nope. From Jean_Annette, Jean_Bean_19 at yahoo.com. Oh my god, Yahoo still exists in like year 3000 something. Subject, Spirit Beacon leaking. Date, January 25th, 2014, 7:30 AM. To admin at terminalvelocity.org. Hi Madeline, this is Jeanette from the location down by the docks. I believe we've met in person for the first time last month. I was opening up this morning and noticed that most of our spirit juice was gone. I checked the map and saw that you're the nearest location with a spirit beacon. I think you may have drained some of our supply. Honest mistake, I'm sure. But if you could stop running your spirit beacon during peak hours, that would be much appreciated. Thanks, and looking forward to working with you in the future. Jeanette. From Jeanette. Date January 28, 2014, 1:59 p.m. To admin. Hi Madeline. Hope you got my previous message. Just want to give an update on the spirit juice situation over here. I had several bottles that I marked last night just to confirm the issue, and when I got in this morning, the levels were below where I marked them. We're definitely losing spirit juice, and you're the only spirit beacon close enough to be affecting us. Please modulate your use to reasonable levels. I don't think this should be a problem as long as you're not running your beacon overnight. Again, not trying to assign blame here, but please be considerate to folks at other locations. Thanks, Jeanette. Another email. January 31st, 2014, 7:37 p.m. Madeline, we are draining spirit juice over here so fast that if I sit and watch, I can see it disappearing from the bottle. You are the only spirit beacon that is even remotely close to where we are, so we really need you to stop. If it's affecting us, then it's probably affecting other locations. This is completely unacceptable. Fix this now. Jeanette. Another email. February 1st, 2014, 7:37 p.m. Hey, Madeline. Care to explain why you weren't at the terminal today when I showed up? I spoke with a girl named Ashley who said that you decided to take the day off. What a coincidence. I was not impressed by the crying routine you had her do. Honestly, you should be ashamed of using a child's fake tears to try and hide a situation that you caused. Turn off your beacon. I don't want to be the bad guy here, but if you don't do something, I'm going to have to get the council involved. From Clarence Firm. Clarence_firm at yahoo.com. Subject misplaced cutlery. February 8, 2014, 5:34 p.m. Hi Maddie, this is Clarence from the dock location. Just wanted to give you a heads up. This morning we found that the site manager we recently hired, I believe you meant Jeanette last month, was leaving spirit juice in untempered glass bottles and we had a bit of a leak. We ended up having a bit of a problem with some animated cutlery. We have a situation under control over here and we are mostly sure everything is accounted for on our end. Unfortunately, this started happening about a week ago, which might be enough for something to wander off far enough that we wouldn't be able to detect it. Very unlikely that this happened, but just wanted to give you a heads up in case a possessed steak knife wandered off far enough to find your beacon and decides to pay you a visit. Sorry about the situation. Rest assured that the person responsible for this won't have any opportunity to mess up anything of this magnitude again. By the way, are you planning on going to M's birthday next month? Regards, Clans. Maddie Xiao. Re-Chattery, date October 12th. To Clarence Firm. Hi Clans. Sorry I missed your message earlier. I no longer use this address. Please use contact at terminalvelocity.org for anything related to terminal business. Hope you enjoy M's birthday party. I don't remember why I couldn't attend, but I'm sure it was a good reason. Maddie. Oh Maddie. Okay, I can't. Time to see if I can. Alright, let's unlock this since I can unlock it. Ashley stepped behind the counter and winced as the floor creaked under her feet. Maddie was nowhere to be seen, but Maddie did possess a remarkably sharp sense of hearing. Luckily, the cafe was empty as Ashley tiptoed to the case where Maddie kept the baked goods. Ashley lifted the glass lid off the case and closed her eyes as the scent of yesterday's lamingtons wafted and overwhelmed her. Ashley had spent most of her life convinced that she didn't like coconuts, but that had changed the day that Che introduced her to lamingtons. To be fair, Ashley still wasn't sure that she actually liked coconut. Chocolate frosting could make anything taste good, but she couldn't deny the cake's irresistible allure. Ashley lifted a lamington from the case and gently set the lid back down. She raised the lamington to her lips and opened her mouth to take a bite. Ashley? In a moment of panic, Ashley shoved the pastry into her mouth and sealed her lips. Her mouth was quickly overwhelmed by the pastry's thick frosting covering, and she did her best to choke it down before turning to face Maddie. Said Ashley, hoping that her cheeks didn't betray what was inside. Second fifth track. Oh. Ah, good, you're here, said Maddie. It was a bad sign anytime Maddie expressed pleasure at seeing Ashley. Normally, Maddie wavered between being annoyed by Ashley's presence and being indifferently tolerant of her. Anytime Maddie was happy to see Ashley, it meant work. I need you to deliver something to Che for me, said Maddie, turning to the counter to pick up a small bottle or something. As Maddie turned her attention to the bottle, Ashley took advantage of her momentary distraction to gulp down the remainder of the pastry. No time to chew, but her teeth wouldn't have done much good with the thick frosting. You're not busy, are you? Said Maddie. Ashley shook her head no. The pastry was no longer inside of her mouth to create a conspicuous bulge of her cheeks, but opening her mouth would reveal the thick chocolate frosting that was probably still present on her teeth, so she kept her lips sealed. Good, said Maddie. He's upstairs. Get this to him ASAP. She handed the bottle to Ashley, and Ashley found herself surprised by how light the bottle was. Looking down, she could see that the bottle had thin walls. With those thin walls, it contained some clear liquid, and its seal was held in place with a metal clamp, hermetically sealed. Ashley turned toward the stairs, holding the neck of the bottle in one hand, and let out a sigh. One last thing. Ashley swallowed her sigh with a gulp and closed her mouth before facing Maddie, lips tightly shut. Be careful not to drop it, said Maddie. Thousands could die if you spilled any of it. In any other situation, Ashley would have asked Maddie a probing question to figure out what was in the bottle, or get some idea of the significance of the task that had been assigned to her. Significant enough that thousands of lives held in the balance, but apparently not important enough for Maddie to do it herself. But Ashley's lips remained sealed, and she merely nodded and turned around. Lamingtons were not meant to be consumed in a single bite, especially by mouths as small as Ashley's. And the thickness of the frosting that lingered in her mouth and the throat made her desperate for some kind of drink, but she dared not ask for one. Ashley looked down at the bottle, unsure of the best way to carry it. The bottle was slightly too large for her to hold in one hand, and grasping it in front of her with two hands felt awkward. The bottles weren't heavy, but Ashley's confidence in her ability to carry the bottle without dropping it was less than perfect. Should she cradle it under her arm protectively? No, that seemed like it put her at greater risk of fumbling with the bottle. The crook of her elbow weren't as dexterous as her fingertips. She settled for carrying the bottle with one hand placed under the bottom to hold the weight, and the other hand wrapped around the neck to steady it. Ashley walked slowly with the bottle as she descended the stairs. Maddie had told her that the liquid was volatile and that the bottle was hermetically sealed, so there was zero chance of anything spilling out, but that didn't change the sense of trepidation Ashley felt. Armed with the knowledge that there were potentially thousands of lives at stake, she cringed every time she saw the liquid sloshing inside the bottle, kept leaping up and lapping at the edge of the seal. Ashley realized that her arms were shaking and pressed the bottle against her chest, hoping to steady it. As Ashley's hands shook nervously with the bottle held against her chest, she wondered if the large amount of sugar she had just forced down her throat had something to do with the shaking. It was more likely that her shaking was the result of being told that thousands of lives could be lost if she dropped the bottle. Still, the lingering taste of the pastry in her mouth didn't help. Ashley silently lamented the fact that she had been forced to consume the lamingtons so abruptly. Lamingtons were a treat to be savoured, not shoved into one's mouth in a moment of panic. She hadn't even had the chance to properly enjoy it. It was hard to simultaneously feel the pleasure of a tasty treat and the panic of being caught. Whatever the outcome of this errand, she had wasted a wonderful pastry. Several agonizing minutes later, Ashley arrives at the top of the stairs and spotted Che standing at the handrail. As she walked up, Che turned to face her and she presented him with the bottle. Ashley cleared her throat of any lingering stickiness before speaking. Maddie said you needed this. Ah, good, said Che. I was running low. Ashley gasped with relief as Che took the bottle from her and started taking deep, laboured breaths, suddenly becoming aware of how high her heart rate was. Che popped open the seal on the bottle, then splashed some of it onto a rag. Several drops dripped out onto the floor, and Ashley let out a terrified squeak. Something wrong? Said Che. Maddie said that thousands of lives could be destroyed by once in that bottle. Well, that's the idea, said Che as he folded the rag and ran it along the railing that overlooked the cafe's ground level. This is supposed to kill 99.9% of all bacteria. But it still leaves hundreds of bacteria alive, but I try not to think too hard about that part. Ashley's jaw dropped. It's disinfectant? Yeah, said Che. Why, did Maddie not tell you? Ashley's shoulders slumped in a mix of relief and exasperation. Sure, you told me that it could kill thousands? And you didn't ask what she meant by that? No, said Ashley. I was preoccupied. Huh, said Che. He turned his attention back to the railing, inspecting it for a moment before continuing to wipe it. Ashley turned to head back stairs. By the way, Ashley? Ashley turned to face Che. He reached out and placed a finger on her shirt, wiping off a bit of frosting. He raised it to his finger and smelled it. Chocolate? He said. Yes, said Ashley. One of Maddie's Lamingtons? Yes, said Ashley. Che nodded and licked the frosting off his finger. Go downstairs and bring one up for me too, will you? She knew all this time. So that's later. I'm not going to touch Fisherman 2 until I saw Fisherman 1. I've already read that one. Nope. Nope. Also nope. Alright, I think I have a lot all I can for now. Alright, I think we'll go through this next part and then we'll call it or should I just call it here? Reading a lot really takes a lot out of my throat. Yeah, I think we'll start with like the next disinfectant, amazing, right? Yeah, I think we'll start with like the next scene next time. But just after I was done with the main story, or I don't know. I kind of like reading this as we go along, because otherwise it'll just be a lot of like reading altogether. Yeah, my throat is like dying, quietly dying. I'm not good at reading for such long periods of time. This autosave. Save and load. Let me save and load. There we go. Act 2. Rise and shine out of the line. Rainy moods. Ritual goals. Our usual horns. Can I? How do I save? Let me save. Can I not save? Does it auto save? No, I don't want to load the episode. I'm guessing autosave, I guess. Yeah, usually autosaves. Okay. I can just hop back in. Alright. Alright, we'll just call it here then. So, thanks everyone for tuning in. To the stream. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far, and I hope my reading is adequate. Like, I'm very bad with enunciating words. I slur a lot, so sometimes I like this reading things from. I like having to read, so at least it helps me practice my oral, my enunciation, because my enunciation is atrocious, and my throat dies. Yeah. I don't want to drag this on for too long as well. Like, it's nice just doing 2 hours just to keep it short and sweet and also not make my throat die horribly. But yeah, anyway, thanks guys everyone for tuning in. This was a fun stream. I'm liking this game. Like, I definitely like world building and lore building. Slower game, but I like the stories. Yeah, me too. I like it. I enjoy it a lot. I can see why people might not like it as much, but I definitely enjoy it. Like, I like the, be able to like read these little stories, have a little lore building here and there. while like the main story unfolds. So it's really good. Alright, so we'll be back next week with more of this, which will be very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. So I just can take it chill, a chill pace, which is fun. I like it.